Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive weekend. I'm just chilling, man, on my way to go see the fam. Really no complaints at all, feeling extremely blessed. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We on the road to 3K. We well into the 2100 mark. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. All right, y'all, this is a little bit of a different perspective that I've had in the past, man, and I figured I'd just speak on it, man. And it's an extension of my thoughts on the whole, dilemma, I guess that you want to call it, between Gervonta Davis and Vasyl Lomachenko right now. So obviously, Gervonta Davis, he told you guys in the lead up to the Frank Martin fight that, he's making the Lomachenko fight next. And, he was sticking by his word. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum confirmed that they was in negotiations and that a lot of things were going well. Most likely they were going to be fighting around the November area and Las Vegas, blah, blah, blah. It seemed like everything was optimistic and on the up. However, things had came to a screeching halt due to the fact that, Vasyl Lomachenko ain't in the mood. You know what I'm saying? He says that he's not really worried about boxing right now. He wants to focus on his family and that he doesn't really want to get into training until the end of this year. So if he gets into training at the end of this year, then most likely he won't be available until 2025. So he's holding up Gervonta Davis's plans as of right now. And a lot of people, ain't really been holding Vasyl Lomachenko accountable. There's been people that's been, criticizing him here and there, but for the most part, it's usually Gervonta Davis fans that are calling Vasyl Lomachenko a duck. You see what I mean? And technically it is ducking. If you get into negotiations with somebody and then all of a sudden, you pull out or, you just find an excuse to find your way out of the fire, you just acting like you're not interested when you're a current champion in the division, then, it is what it is, man. Niggas is quacking. It is what it is. However, what I want to get into is a lot of these dudes that are on here are, making it seem like, Gervonta Davis didn't do the same thing. Now, if you guys have been around for a while, I got some new boxing fans on here that just started getting into boxing not too long ago. But if you guys just, do your little quick, video searches on YouTube, you do your little Googles or whatever, then you will see that back in 2016, 2017, Vasyl Lomachenko was vigorously calling out Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? They were both champions in the 130-pound division, the super featherweight division. They were both champions simultaneously at the same time. And this was back when Vasyl Lomachenko, I would say, was in his prime, defeating Guillermo Rigondeaux and, all these other guys is absolutely dominating, Nicholas Walters and all that stuff. And this is when they was calling him the Matrix, and ESPN and Top Rank was pushing it as if this man cannot be faded. You see what I'm saying? He already had a loss, but they acted like he couldn't be faded, and Bob Arum was calling for the fight with Gervonta Davis really bad and all that stuff. And, Gervonta Davis, along with his handlers, didn't want any smoke with Vasyl Lomachenko. They made these claims that Vasyl was old and that they were young and they were going to take their time, and Vasyl Lomachenko in a rush, and they're going to do things however the fuck they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Which confirmed a lot of people's suspicions that they were ducking. And, Vasyl Lomachenko had even said that, Gervonta would probably wait until he's in a wheelchair to fight him. You see what I'm saying? That comment was brought up to Gervonta Davis, and, he spewed the same rhetorics that his team did. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on the idea of age and, all that other shit. So, Gervonta Davis might have not been afraid of Vasyl Lomachenko. Maybe he would have possibly taken the Vasyl Lomachenko fight. But when you copy and pasting what your team is saying, you know what I'm saying? You share the same thoughts as them, and you take just as much of the blame for ducking as your team does, as your handlers do, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I just find it funny that all these Gervonta Davis fans out here pretty much celebrating that Vasyl Lomachenko is ducking tank, but they don't want to bring up the whole backstory from I don't know how long ago, 6-7 years ago, that Gervonta Davis wanted nothing to do with Vasyl Lomachenko. Floyd Mayweather was warning Gervonta Davis if he continued to go against the grain that he'll make him fight Vasyl Lomachenko and all that shit. He hung Vasyl Lomachenko over Tank's head as a punishment. So that lets you know that his team didn't believe in him. And Gervonta Davis, he might have not believed in himself. Who knows? You see what I'm saying? But regardless, that's what I wanted to bring up, man. Is this karma for Gervonta Davis? Is this karma? It could be seen that way. You see what I'm saying? Because when you was on the come up and Vasyl was on the come up, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to rumble you and you was talking about, nah. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much you backed off the block. You see what I mean? But now that you pretty much in your prime of Vasyl Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying, is, slowly making his exit out of boxing, Because Vasyl Lomachenko told you after the Devin Haney fight, he pretty much lost all motivation, and he's made it clear, he only fought Kambosos because his dad wanted him to. He wasn't really motivated. He's not in the spirit no more. Mentally, he's tapped out from the sport of boxing. Physically, he's still there because he put on a sensational performance, but for the most part, he's tapped out mentally. And when your physical and your mental not, on the same type of time, it's best to walk away from the sport. You see what I'm saying? It reminds me of Kobe. Like, mentally, he was in it, but physically, he wasn't able to keep up with the game no more. You know what I'm saying? It seems like it's the opposite for Vasyl. Physically, he can still keep up, but mentally, he's not really interested no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, his goals that he once had don't seem as important to him no more. He just wants to spend time with his family. Is this karma for Gervonta Davis, man? Y'all gotta let me know. You see what I'm saying? It seems like karma's a bitch. You feel what I mean? That's just how I see it. You see what I mean? Because you turned down the opportunity when he was on the up, and now that you on the up, he's turning down the opportunity. So, I guess the only fight that really makes sense at this point is the Shakur Stevenson fight. But, that's a totally different topic, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Is this karma for Gervonta Davis initially ducking Vasyl Lomachenko? Y'all let me know in the comments below. This is Mazuma TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm out of here, man. Peace.